So share screen, entire screen. So this should be visible. See uramgani ko. So this should be visible. What am I going to do is uh, I'm going to talk about my notes, and I'm going to talk about my notes and how you can optimize your preparation from my notes. And if you can see, the my note is like 35 pages as in like sheets. The oitagati you divide it by two, it's 18 sheets in total. This, trust me, these are the only things that I studied for my slate examination. Si khakta ni ko in slate ki paba do sida su pada ba phanam yauri ni ko se pada su phanam yauri ni. In fact net ki oni di si ju pari si mathakta aina question things hot pa haitare ko noida aina applied ki lari kamal lai wona hai ko madu do hojik later su ke shukai de ko we can stick to pure for the moment, and maybe in 1 year, 1 month, 2 months later ko laiba ngamba kanguna lesson biro ke shukai de hojik ko ni apply tawdo leite ko ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯏꯁꯟ ꯈꯔ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯃꯔꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯈꯟꯖꯕꯁꯤꯡꯗꯣ ꯁꯣꯜꯚ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯃꯗꯨꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯏꯟ ꯇꯥꯏꯝ ꯑꯩ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯁꯦꯌꯔ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯀꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤꯁꯦ this my notes are reliable, not just my notes, mi ꯑꯇꯩꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯐꯖꯅ carefully ꯁꯦꯝ ꯇꯥꯔꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ reliable ꯑꯣꯏꯒꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯛꯇ ꯏꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯑꯌꯥꯝꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯝꯇ ꯌꯦꯡꯒꯦꯀꯣ ꯌꯦꯁ ꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯛꯇꯕꯨꯗꯤ ꯑꯌꯥꯝꯕ ꯏꯔꯦꯀꯣ this what is this si kainoniko this is just ngasai net CSR net ki matang da aina question masing ithokpa haitare karam kamba portion sing dagi question masing kyam hange habi potoko yamna balance hoina thame odi ki se introduction amasung preliminary sa 7 hange singular solution da 2 hange over the year I think 2011 dagina 2019 hogi ko just magi apply ki like to dagi data lobu khatani aina thiruba lete ko general theory of linear differential equation of higher order. This is very important topic, important for both CSR, NET as well as SLED examination. Then solution of linear differential equation with constant and variable coefficient. Yam kana important oidiko. Uniqueness again, yes, very important. This is also important. This is also important. Aduna, aina high to say SLED ki sima miss biganu. Sima miss tawuni yam library, si library, si library. Sida mark to be bro. This is important. This is important for slate examination. This is important, but let us first go to this. This because this is easier. Okay. I don't know. Not better. Itagadi ibe abanika. I not better lage. Just give me one moment. The sigi na mukai doge hai kana uniqueness and no sorry, not this one. System of differential equation higher gana. Lakato se chorakpa. The system of differential equation hypercons you will encounter questions like this. So just let me just check whether I have started everything or not. I have started recording. All right, we are live. Manichandra is there. Luring amba yaure. Kana yaure. Kari no ne. Priyoji yaure. Tarun yaure. Rahul yaure. Okay, chalo. So I'm hiding is a system of differential equation. This is not difficult. However, this questions may be time consuming ka. Maybe time consuming because of some calculations involved ka. Maybe time consuming. Atra. Aduna, it looks like this ka. If I remember correctly, it looks like this. Dy by dt, something like that, and then the you give your some equations ko. I phazana ningchang dire ko. Let us say 2 times. Let me just have a look ka. I ngona notes lady book da. See, my memory is very, very bad. Okay, very bad as in like, yes, I'm a human being. I'm normal, but kya ningsang gande buka timpa tab ni na hai tare ka. Do na kara dumai na kara son golis. There are some people who are very good with memories. Moi na yam pai. Adubu don't worry. I su amarom da yam sathi mini. Why? Because I work very hard ka. To be very frank, I work very hard. And Kenoma na mo hona ba ko I do whatever it takes ko. I do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes. So I'm not afraid ka. I am not afraid of any challenge, and I want you guys to be also not afraid of any challenges. Any do whatever it takes. Himalaya. I hiding is kaino high kantas. Questions will look like this. Question yaram teko. Yes, the kray yaureka. So it looks like this. It looks like this. So this is dx by dt, and then this is some form of x and y. Okay, some form x and y. I think this should be twice x plus 3y, something like that. Whatever ko. Pinning my position ko. This is qxy, and then this looks like let's say this is x plus 5y, something like that. And then you have a corresponding matrix here: 2, 3, 1, and 5, something like this ko. So yung mga questions is lu da bani ko. They are not difficult. They are not difficult, but this type of question, they are in OD. See, especially in OD. It, kanoy na kanana lurum do man gi OD ke PD kasi ay kananam da hangge ko. Kananom da hangge. Hum shwaya. Bubushri kana karaman lurum do male. Bubushri ay ni kamada amurak thagar male ko. Net. Bubushri net kyarak thagra.
Sir, net haibra.
CSI net.
Oh, hantak kano December kita aduna ahanba. Hantak thagi
Adagi
ban.
slate.
Hantak thadusina ahanbo dune sir.
Okay. Okay. Adadi si OD ke PD si karaman lurum do man ge. Net oigira slate oigira.
Sir, PD na luram daw mal.
PD lurum do male. Amaga hangge ko. Lubalay ba katadi ko si di sa kumbiro ko matamahan gumsi ko. So second person I want to ask is Mayraba da hangge. Mayraba karaman lurum do male ni siya. Exam point of view da. Exam gi point of view da hay tare ko.
저 어디서 그런 노름동 말에 PD수 그런 노름동 말에
Hey, ama ka khaluk karino anima khaldi ko mayado ba karino ne. Choose one. I'm
어디수
asking
어디
comparison,
노름동 말에
comparison. OD na hena lurum do male ba ko. Okay, so indeed OD is more difficult. Let me tell you why. Sida dine, they have been following I would suggest a pattern ko. A pattern what a pattern which everyone can see. Mi khudi man ubaya ba ubang ngamba pattern na loy follow to it's very easy to see this pattern ko. Yan tayo sa high gi do ay irakani ko hyperbolic adu mayam adu gi pattern do hanjan na hang ne ba khamra PD gi question se. Yan tayo adu na question sing se although this might seem ngasai OD the single variable ni PD the partial derivative ni two variable adu do three variable mayam khanjalo su ko mo na question line thoye because magi pattern se dum sung hong dem sigi nupa sidi pattern se hongan bas yaw edu am thina conceptual highly theoretical hai tare ko highly theoretical questions yam ni yaw eba ko sati sati question dum yaw rep sida kopra. So if you have a question like this, let us say OD PD ko 7 questions later ko part B plus C anima khangem ko let us talk about CSR net ko I slate the chorak pakra dum mani ko ni se yam kan khena de ko let us talk about CSR net and both part B and C punchal laga 7 questions, 7 questions each hange ko. Sida, if you prepare sincerely, let's say you have prepared sincerely ko. You have prepared, you are very good in both OD and PD. Here you'll be able to attempt around, let us say, 5 to 6 questions. No, I should say 6 to 7 questions. That should be a good better stats ko. You'll be able to attempt 6 to 7 questions ko. You are very good. I'm talking about you are very good, huh? Very good preparation, not just average preparation. Very good preparation in both ka. Preparation in both. You'll be able to attempt, let's say 6 to 7. Okay. Very good preparation in both. Plus, you enjoy calculative things, no? Calculative things because it has steps am sang sang mo mayam yaw calculation ko ODP di dun mayam yaw kani ka adugumba do noina yam enjoy to taragadi ko this is also required, this is also required. You can attempt 6 to 7 questions, but here you will be able to attempt around, I don't know, maybe 5. So 1 or 2 will be very difficult for you. I know, say 1 or 2, maybe 5 to 6, I should say, huh? 5 to 6, at least one will be very hard, at least one will be very hard for you ko kena isi adu dani ko se aduga question se dum sida pattern se kara dum thugai moina kaigum kan na nga sagi difficult oiba amana trakani to magi kino tagi hangbe ai ko system of equation system of sigi sidai hangbe ai kaigum kan na magi Bernoulli's theorem ko just excuse me 1 second adumaina mayam hangbe ai ba ko now coming to what we should be studying ko aduna nga sagi PD ne hena lai exam point of view do OD dei di OD gi di yam khara phajana hena pa da ba yate ko theoretical ham hena strong de ba yate now let me write down the important areas or let me say the easy areas ko important di loina haide ko easy areas for let us say let me write for OD first okay important areas for OD let me han namte ithoke ko ai kok ta leiba ka han ithoke let me aduga ko na miss out tawraga su ai ko na hairake ko so the first important area is your general theory ko general theory kari haige nga sagira general theory of linear differential equation of higher order ko general theory of linear differential equation of higher order adum yawram nei gi notes ko si yam thina important oi number one priority now there is this one easy proposition one easy proposition which you will be able to see in my notes ta karamba yawge hai kana yes si se simunna pabiyo ko aina nahange khoi the institute na piba results se sisinaraga dum holamani chahi khudingi si se dum yam noning is this result before I wrote this everyone I mean not just me everyone who came across questions like this they used to always mark infinite solution then in 2019 no not 2019 sorry 2022 oyamdo maliko maduna pulap lan ba hitare akoina CSR se yam thina leidana ko already mi khudimung na chumme na khangam question sida lale kind of ko CSR kanguna sathi bi jang sisune they asked the same question twice I think one was in 2022 amana September da ko adigi asigi hek mamang du kai da tage 2022 gi January da tabro natraga whatever sig hek mamang du idini ko same question twice ko adusu 4.75 marks da aduga noi thajaroi I got both times wrong ko I got both times wrong I did not learn my lesson ahamba sida hange I am thin sorry ko everyone was very angry because that question we have memorized it and we have adi adum matam puno yamnu laiba question ni ko yamnu laiba question ni question will come out to be like this I am to igi ko how is that question let me just look at it Gajacra. So the number of solution like this corner the number of see exactly not take but sigi manarap to number of solutions of the differential equation hiraga the let's say dy by dx equals to say let's say 1 by 2 y to the power half y0 equals to 0 ko sigi pochida akoina hanadagi khalamise ko this is infinite solution ko this is unique solution no solution natra dagi mathangdana let's say cannot say haitare ko ismain hajada ko cannot say haitare ko aduda akoina hana khalamisi it always has infinite solutions yam khalame ko always infinite because sigi proposition aina e se sida aina e se ko see the number of real value solution of the differential equation is infinite and it has infinite number of linearly independent solution ka karigino have a kan sida high alpha should be strictly less than 1 ka whenever this alpha is strictly less than 1 ahamba ki condition is na irrespective of a value ka aduna sida always infinite solution lani the infinite solution will take this form ka aduna sumaina question se hangbira kan sida koi di a cdm line infinite solution layer ni hana dunya gi india da laiba maths lo mi khudi mak se si khoti ba ko hoi except for some very low a number of people, I think maybe less than 100 ko all India gina mi cham khada kholamoi ko si poche aduda akoi loi la le we all were wrong C 4.75 da direct hangi ko sumaina di hangde ko amani khara confusion chalhan number khara happy ko to ai hida la le 2021 gi December na tragana 2022 gi January sare to pe khada na ila le ai saure ko I was angry and not just me everyone was angry now CSR people what they did is they asked the same question again in 2022 September. Similar like this ko sige format ta hai tare cho infinite solution no unique solution tau tana ka adu madu dana nga sagi kino sa pak pai tare the ani people ko dy by dx equation number 1 hai ge equals to minus half something like this ko chora pa exact orem the bi but something like this amana positive amana negative hai tare amana something like this amana positive amana negative ko aduga mana p question ni aduga p say option A, the PDC 1 is infinite, 2 is unique, natra. The 1 is unique, 2 is infinite. See the 1 is unique, 2 is unique. Got the 1 is infinite, 2 is infinite. Got. Chidasu aina me being not learning my lesson, I still mark the same thing. Both are infinite. I lost 4.75 marks. Like I said, when the answer is what? When the answer is when this guy is negative, when this guy is negative, it has unique. When this guy is positive, it has infinite. So that means 1 is unique and 2 is infinite. Now let us cross check with what I have written this down. So differential equations sumaina laiba kanjida a into y to the power alpha y beta equals 0 c 0 tagadam ni kuza please make sure that this is there is 0 here ka si tarakta di farak tai ka adu oiba kanjida a is na kariba negative oiba kanda unique solution legini a na kariba positive oiba kanda infinite solution legini yamna line na mi se soigan ba hai tare ko yan tai ko aduna c ma hojite ona dum khangro ko hojite nam khangro si slate ta hang pasu dum yai ko hangan bani aduna yamna line na si gi se imaru oi aina hiding is aina hiding se achini now coming back to sigi uniqueness and infinite haitareka infinite solution of dy by dx asi yam toina hangami ko hauji mu lepi ko ma se satra sina chimpha pure natraga satra sina magi no do phare heavy potu ko a negative a positive ko asima am toina hangi next the magi Picard's ki uniqueness haitare ko uniqueness using Picard's theorem haitare ko see the largest interval puthokpa ka yaubni ko largest interval this is the one that I'm talking about see unique existence see the loyam da dia ngani kai I notes as a person hagi ko kana kamai pani kamai pa so this is the one that I'm talking about ka next kaino lakadaba next kana la sige yes boundary value problem ka boundary value problem sidane yes regarding boundary value problem I notes the direct high okay let me explain in case of my notes see when you talk about boundary value problem I did not include the this thing the solution of boundary value problem I the phangde ko I madu gi tongana larik macham pi bine buka madu ai internet ta thirake soft copy later day share torke aduga aina hiding is kaino hai kanda no gyana dum tani ko when you talk about boundary value problems what I want you to know is see boundary value problem the question is my lak ne akoi ama sain to bido uh keno se lambda equals to root over n ko for all n belongs to natural number boiro integer boiro sain to wam yaw ni ko he kontra magi sain to ba hai tare ko mathang mathang puthok pai poto you must have come across like this. The question, if I remember correctly, it should be y. del y dash ko derivative this should be like this y double dash to honjira double dash na fadong mali ko something like this and then 4y equals to 0 ko sigi satisfied to mareva magi 0 equals to y pi equals to 0 kind satisfied to ba singi magi lambda puthokpiyo kind to ba yawbani ko and then you will come to a situation where this is C1 cos lambda x plus C2 sine lambda x form the lakpa ko kain tawraga smain tawraganda when you put this value you come to a situation like the kai tawrdi kain tawba when you put the value 0 that means C1 is basically equals to 0 aduka lemhong doise y equals to C2 sine lambda x ko si lemhong doini ko aduga sidagi when you try to put pi here. So this is 0. So C2 sine lambda pi. Or this is this is sine of n pi. Or therefore lambda pi equals to n pi kain kanda lambda equals to n kain puthok. Now one thing I wanted to say regarding such question is in 95% or let's say 99% of the cases, 99% of the cases, your solution for y will come out to be like this. According to whatever ko no si size the mana si lambda yarong to ni ko I'm sorry I did not put this sida mana lambda piram badi sida lambda thola ni sida mana root over final lambda sorry chumdro ai haja adu budi noi nam khangani ko ai hani pot ko you will know what I'm trying to say you will know what I'm trying to say sida r square oi tar gati 4 lambda tar the minus sida root lambda lag to ko sida root lambda lag to sumaina n square ko aduna ngasai aina haningi se sigi form da haitare sigi form da adum lakpane your lambda or rangi minus root lambda sigi form da haidi ko I imaginary oi bane ai haningi se ko ayamba kanda 99% of the cases sigumba lambda gi value puto pagi potse imaginary adum tabane ko imaginary habidi magi solution se sigi form da tabani sigi form da tade ko akoina khangbada si hana khangi ko se this is lambda 1x plus C2 e to the power lambda 2x C form sa hana khangi ko adigi amana mu sumaina khangi ko this is C1 plus x C2 e to the power lambda x kan khangi ko ani si anta ta da bane ain haini se ko cases are not possible discard loi tong to bune bo si aduna always directly you can directly go to this stage ko sigi post the imaginary ta bagi post the directly chapi ro aduga steps yam samgani da aduga chumsun chumbane bo ko ai haini se ko aduga dum noi hi yeng kan da dum khangni ko kai kai no man sanari sa aduna si experience ki matung ina lakpani noi dadi aina hairaga just do trust me aduga sida dum chatpa kanda 99% of the cases ta si tagani 1% of the cases no na kra problematic kra pi be ai ko aduga si gi pot sidi kya lakta bane aina haini sa boundary value problem se miss out to bigano si pabiu hana padabo rega su masi pabiu magi system of equation pabi mota si yam thina pabiu si yam lai bani sungsoi soi dena so hangadabo question ni ka next Wronskian very important always a question ka Wronskian sida khoi gi Abel's formula yaubani ka Abel's formula I notes the utke I'll show you in my notes Abel's formula where is Abel's formula the magi general theory di yarangani ka so I yare yes this is Abel's formula ka masi mun na pabiu ka a1x by a0x se kanagi corresponding high no have you ko a1x a0x khag yem bigano please look according to this given general equation ka munna yem biu haji kaino hai kan ne see in when you talk about polynomials you will come across this ka polynomial kamai ge koi ki spot sa we write it like this a0 plus a1x plus a2 x square and so on till an xn ka now in case of differential equation when you write about the derivative it is like this it is hey yeah a0 ga y gi double derivative kani ko police hai munna yembi ko si yamna confusion thina leibini ko aina su preparation tori kanda yamna thina lei ko a0 ga si x dikho se This is y double derivative. This is a1 y single derivative. I'm sorry, this is x. Aduna C gi difference khanga pabio, but do not mess up on this ko. Arrive post the mess up to biganu ko. Kashuna tab the mark mang na ko. Free the mark mang ba siam sounding mani ko. Aduga sumaina handarak pa hitare ko. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Kon sin a second order differential equation gi oiduni ko sise. Aduna C khenab se munna ki nga to bi aduga C gi according tani ko man Abel's formula. Sorry, Abel's formula. Wronskian is equal to Wx equal to this ka natraga simaina puthosu yare sina khoi y1 y2 piram akanda ka piram tabida sumaina general form sumain piram taragadi second order linear differential equation gi piram taragadi wx se khoi gi wx is equals to hierarchy e to the power minus a1x divided by a0x ka. Let me confirm a1x divided by a0x ka aduna simaina pabio ko si sungsoi na question lagtro pani aduga su ngasai gi general theory da yam important oi se ko swai simadi miss out sung to biranu ko Wronskian gi matang sida noina su khangamani everyone must be familiar ko either the Wronskian whatever value of Wronskian is positive oikitadi positive loin oikiba aduga negative oitadi negative loin oibiba ko Wronskian have the same sign for all x ko sima dum swai da sima miss out to sunga yadraba portion ngatani ko khangbu su mayam yaramani ko adubu asoiba hete yarakpani si ko aduna line lobiganu bounded domain then set of non-zero c dum happy jing bio ko aduga swai jaga se dum khraga dum yeng bai ko slate ki oine di amani ka hangadra amaga hangadra ko yam kana the important oi di thazade ko aduga phare ai notes la age ai na chorapa ibam thopadi maru oina khanba gaidi lo i ba like let me just check if anything is missing in terms of OD. These are the top 5 important areas in for OD. Particular solution ki matang se ko particular solution ki matang se ai sumain toge notes cha ke ko aduga ai urakani awat pa gai ko. So let us start from the top itself. Now these are some definitions ko. These are some basic definitions that I wrote. Now why am I writing this is the sled people, they have a tendency of asking definitions ka and match the following form daga hungry ni ka moine to ise adana chorak pamas ying thok pio si se ka even sled ki question paper dagi sendok direct lower ga iba definition phanam yaw ni ko aina sum khan ba kana ka sumaina ga i sigumba se aina si oram gadra kana ai kaw ka sele ka khara yaw kibni swaida khara si dinate si budi aina sum gino i gibi wani sigumba haitare ko sigumba sing se slate ki direct question paper dagi lokthok pa noina keno to ba yaram gari khasum iram mani ko slate ki question uba yaw tare khasu yaram gani khasu yaram da bi ko adumain lokthok iba sing na du si pabiu do not miss out on these definitions. These are easy definitions. I don't want you to mug up the entire definition, but I want you to learn the keywords ko yaw iba keywords sing se miss out to bigun ko keywords sing se differentiate to ta gari yam line na thokani ko order degree. Yes, order degree si yam na line na soi bani ko mi sing se hangak ta gadi sohen bigunu wa si mai na example ama macha amani happy sing se sohen bigunu ko sida adagi sumai na rate i diba sing se sida budi aina ngasagi magi procedure do habe describe to we mo ni ko kari to gadagi habe matang do ko see integral transforms or reduce a differential equation into an algebraic equation ko si se slate ta chahi khragi mamang da hangam me nine ishan gi bu waram gani ko ma si se sumain angang mo sing se hapitang pabiu ko there is a reason why I'm writing this in red color. So do not miss out on the definition, just go through it, try to understand the keywords yan tay ko siya linear coefficient maram kay gino to differential equation de si form se lay bini ko siya so si miss out to bigino si mayare cd ay na koy kino the complexes to greco we have done this in complex analysis solution of differential equation. Okay, particular integral solution, this is also some of the keywords important ones si may na high grade. Then the questions questions like this they are somewhat, although they may not be difficult, but matamdo da aingona kitang pan gibasing to aina some important way na palle aduga kanara kadran sum isan gibasing ko I felt that at that point of time these questions were troubling me, or I was making some mistakes on my or I was making some mistakes on them, so I had to write them down ko. One thing I do is whenever I make a mistake, I write that question down along with the solution in my notes ko. Madu ay natawrak patawang ni no shu yaring ay tawiu ko. Okay, sima ina red mark jing this is important ore si makha se kari haibno sibo greens function do not ever look at this ko si kaim gyan ta tam ni ko ai ju khang de noi khang de noi to view ko important su oi den ko have never studied greens function. I don't even know what greens function means ko adana mati asimadi ya maru oi de sungoi oi de ko yes, this is first of the first degree differential equation similar choraba basic sing ni kasu kai de ko kasu lu da bani choraba smaine dum yeng view question hot pagi mong no kasu the important oi da bani singu mase homogeneous ki matang se sungang bu hang da bani ko sungang bu hang da bani equation reducible to homogeneous si padrsu ai ko slate ki matang da su net ki matang da su aina matam da dips ki notes da gi direction give a question portion sing oi do ni ko si adu khangjan badi among yaw bani question je direct question they never ask direct questions on such homogeneous equations, but sometimes they prove to be useful. So if you don't want to study, you can leave it ka kona slate loiraga page su kasu kai de hangju hangoi ka but sinar pa matang among mukti yaw bani exact differential equation si dum hangjalu please remember this equation the exact differential equation si das hohen ganu if and only if statement. All right. Others are not important. All these things are not important. This is also not important. At that point of time, 2016-17 की वारी निको integrating factor की पोच करा हंगबिरामी. Nowadays, they don't even talk about integrating factors anymore. So this is not important. You can leave this. Do not study this. Shisu pabiru no don't study this. Ka not important. Not important. Not important. All these are not important. Sometimes they ask questions on this. I'm talking about net, but that one too you can leave. Madui da mutta matha saningai kachu oi deko. Thadok pira lore ko. Now here comes the interesting ones. First of the first degree linear differential equation. Lu da bani si se pabiu ko. Sumaina form like ni. Aduga integrating factor sumain puthokani. Aduga solution na sumain puthokani. Noi theng na su mayam yaram mani ko. Si sumaina deduce ba. Si me yeng bio. Reducible to linear form. Linear form na kamay. Yung ko ay na note same si yung ko. ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯇꯦꯟꯇꯛ ꯏꯔꯒ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯟꯗ ꯌꯥꯗꯕꯁꯤꯡꯗꯣ ꯄꯜꯂꯝꯃꯒ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯃꯈꯥ ꯇꯥꯗꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯄꯦꯖ 35ꯇ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯜꯂꯤꯁꯦ ODEꯁꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯁꯤꯅꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯤꯅ ꯁꯐꯤꯁꯤꯌꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯣꯏꯗ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯁꯦꯝꯃꯒ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯏꯗꯨꯗꯤ these are my revision notes. Okay, let me confirm this. These are my whatever notes that I'm sharing you at the moment is different from what I've shared for complex analysis. Complex analysis, so I have revision notes submit. There are two types of notes after I have started your classes. Your comprehensive revision notes. Complex analysis no they are comprehensive revision notes. I have made them the one-stop solution to your this thing problems of that particular topic, and whatever this is coming from my revision notes ko I revision notes tagi semdorok pangatani because this will guide me this will tell me which areas are important and which areas are not important, and sidagi build in a foundation or some branch out or aduna this will have less pages ko less pages or haiwani ko they cover the topics ko they do cover the topics sina comprehensive oi ko no the bigger picture uhan bai tare ko magnified oiba picture uhan bai wani ko sina noi de yam nungai da poni aduga noi de nungai re haiduna ko aina hai si mun tabiu ko the when you do revision do not do okay you can do first or khoi noi sum experience tana ba thaba pekha da di si dum paraga chati ba yai ko pagadam ne hoji su pai ko but revise torom dai di you need to compress this ngandai ko aina tatana hai ko kana to kanda ko class loading kanda sigi whatever 33 34 pages no phangibudo you need to compress this into 14 15 pages for sheets or malik ko come the sheets ko 14 15 sheets maybe maximum 20 ko 20 de hela gadi noi direct copy paste tawre ko aduna 14 15 20 sheets the compress tawra kadabni loi lokthokadabani proof ke ka amta yaw yadre you don't need to include any proof ko duduna ngasagi sigi cycle se tawra kadamne aduga ai nona smaina picture kadamne ko Because uh, uh, before, like say 2 weeks before the examination, when you are about to revise everything, especially hojik toriba singse ko revise toba kan, you cannot study all these things ko 34 into, let's say, complex analysis nang na 34 35 sheets le ni ko linear algebra di sigi double times la ka 70 the real the sudum real analysis di sigi 80 90 la ka adu loi tawle di yar roi ba khambra 80 la pe ko adu loi tawle di yar roi ba ko si compress tor ka tamne si pot loi compress tor ka tamne you have to compress all these things ko aduna aina aigi yamna phaba haigadra phattaba haigadra ko masi kaino hai kanda I am very realistic with the experience ka I am very realistic. I don't give them false hope ko sengna dum haigi ko yamna yamna angang sida khoigi longnam nam thak I longnam nam thak so haini diko but I'm not business minded, to be very frank. I am not business minded ko aina business minded oitaragati ko you the number of classes, the number of experience in our batch won't be just 30 ka. I would have I cannot notice the advertisement do only for 10 days sa kimni ko ut kimni ko only for 10 days si makata bai ut kidre ko adu kai ut kesu khande ko aduna aina hiding ise kaino ha kan the business minded people masagi magi notice su sangna thokani aduga forget about notice mona like tapa kan sida when they teach the easy and the easy topics haitare easy topics angang singna laigada basingdo ko noi marakta phanam yaramani ko aingonda di haidaba concept si gyan ta daba aina takpada gyan ta dabni khangde noina padabani khangde gyan ta daba haitare mayam yaramani ko adagi kangum su yaramani marak sida ai manipuri dum gangi ko sidia kangum su yaramani marak sida oza sibu hairibra haidabra ko asam wana akoi su waduribra habi wana wadoini noi singna haige wadoini this is just the beginning ko aina duni ko aina haidu grind haidu ko ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯑꯣꯖꯥ ꯈꯔꯗꯤ ꯀꯅꯥ ꯇꯧꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯀꯥꯟꯗꯀꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯅꯦꯠꯀꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯗꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯈꯪꯗꯦꯀꯣ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯕꯩ ꯂꯩꯔꯣꯏꯗꯣꯏꯅꯣ ꯃꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯑꯐꯕ ꯐꯠꯇꯕꯁꯨ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯉꯥꯛꯇꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯁꯤꯒꯤꯗ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯦꯡꯅꯩꯌꯦꯕ ꯈꯪꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯇꯥꯛꯄ ꯀꯥꯟꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯔꯥꯏ ꯑꯔꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤꯡ ꯇꯥꯛꯑꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯔꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤꯡ ꯇꯥꯛꯑꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯁꯥꯇ꯭ꯔꯁꯤꯗ the students develop a false confidence ꯀꯣ ꯒ꯭ꯌꯥꯟ ꯇꯥꯏꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨ they think they can manage ꯀꯣ even ꯑꯩꯅ criticize ꯇꯧꯕꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩ dips of criticize ꯇꯧꯏꯀꯣ dips ꯇꯥꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯕ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯐꯩꯌꯦꯕ is one that was one of my most enjoyable mathematical classes ko yam enjoyful ꯑꯣꯏꯌꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ class ꯑꯃꯗ ꯃꯤ ꯆꯥꯃꯨꯛ ꯌꯥꯎꯋꯦꯕ batch ꯑꯃꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ batchꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯈꯟꯕꯗ ꯃꯥꯁꯦ ꯑꯌꯨꯛꯇ ꯑꯃ ꯅꯨꯡꯊꯤꯟꯗ ꯑꯃꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯅꯨꯡꯊꯤꯟꯗ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯄꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯌꯨꯛꯇ ꯑꯃ ꯅꯣꯡꯃ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ branchesꯁꯨ ꯗꯦꯜꯂꯤꯁꯤꯗ GSRI ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ GTB Nagar ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯀꯣ ꯑꯅꯤꯁꯤꯗꯪ ꯄꯥꯁꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯁꯤꯗ morning ama night ama ko ꯑꯗꯨ ꯇꯥꯔꯗꯤ 2 batches ꯁꯤꯗ 2 batches ꯑꯗꯒꯤ weekendꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯀꯣ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯤ ꯑꯣꯟꯂꯥꯏꯟꯁꯨ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯦꯀꯣ 100 into 4 ko 100 into 4 ꯗꯪ ꯇꯧꯁꯤꯀꯣ ꯃꯤ 100ꯗꯩꯅ 150ꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩ minimum ꯄꯥꯔꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯁꯦ 100ꯗꯒꯤ 150ꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯡꯁꯤꯗ batch ꯍꯦad ꯇꯧꯔꯦ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯃꯤ successful ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯀꯌꯥꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯀꯥꯟꯗ 20 to 30 ꯐꯥꯎ ꯐꯥꯗꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯈꯟꯕ ꯀꯥꯟꯗꯀꯣ ꯐꯥꯔꯝꯃꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯩꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯁꯨ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯔꯤꯅꯦ ꯑꯩꯁꯨ ꯈꯪꯉꯤꯅꯤꯀꯣ successful ꯑꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯁꯤ ꯈꯛꯇꯅꯦꯕ ꯒ꯭ꯌꯥꯟ ꯇꯥꯏꯀꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤꯁꯦ ꯍꯩꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯗꯤꯞꯁꯦ successful ꯑꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯅꯦꯕ ꯒ꯭ꯌꯥꯟ ꯇꯥꯏꯀꯣ ꯈꯦꯠꯅꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯀꯩꯗ ꯈꯦꯠꯅꯩ ꯈꯪꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯃꯥꯗꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯊꯧ ꯇꯧꯖꯩꯌꯦꯕꯀꯣ this guy every teacher here they are doing their best ko they are doing their best but the students aina haibado they sit for glory they come to the class they rely everything on the teacher they rely everything on the teacher because yes dips has one of the most talented teachers who are very very thorough with CSR net exam preparation and they sit there they moida like parise ngasagi akoi 3 hours class tawi 1.5 hour class each nongmata class ani tawi aduda larik parido aduga assignment khara hotpado aduna loire ꯒ꯭ꯌꯥꯟ ꯇꯥꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛ ꯄꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯦꯕ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯐꯅꯌꯥꯝ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯝꯒꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯈꯪꯉꯤꯀꯣ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯣꯏꯗꯣꯏꯅꯣ ꯁꯥꯇ꯭ꯔ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯨ ꯁꯥꯇ꯭ꯔ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯤꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯁꯤꯅ ꯁꯤꯅ ꯁꯛꯁꯦꯁ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯦꯕ ꯁꯛꯁꯦꯁꯐꯨꯜ ꯁꯨꯡꯑꯣꯏ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯦꯕ ꯈꯪꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯒꯦꯕ ꯔꯤꯌꯦꯂꯤꯇꯤꯗꯨꯅꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯠ ꯗꯤꯄꯦꯟꯁ ꯑꯣꯟ ꯗꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄꯤꯔꯤꯌꯦꯟꯁ ꯀꯣ 90% is depend on the experience ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯤꯀꯣ ꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯅꯤꯡꯗꯕ ꯃꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗꯤ ꯁꯥꯎꯔꯝꯃꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯁꯥꯎꯁꯨ ꯀꯩꯁꯨ ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯦꯀꯣ ꯔꯤꯌꯦꯂꯤꯇꯤꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯤꯀꯣ 10% ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯇꯤꯆꯔꯁꯅꯦꯕ ꯈꯪꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯒ꯭ꯌꯥꯟ ꯇꯥꯏꯀꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯊꯕꯛꯁꯤꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯅꯣꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯟ ꯐꯣꯔ ꯒ꯭ꯂꯣꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯍꯧꯕꯗꯩ ꯍꯧꯅ ꯅꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯋꯥꯂꯤꯇꯤꯗ ꯐꯣꯀꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯁꯤꯀꯣ ꯄꯔꯁꯅꯦꯂꯤꯇꯤꯗ ꯐꯣꯀꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯁꯤꯀꯣ ꯅꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯊꯣꯠ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯁꯦꯁꯇ ꯐꯣꯀꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯁꯤ ꯇꯥꯛꯇꯦꯕ ꯀꯣꯆꯤꯡ ꯏꯟꯁꯇꯤꯇ꯭ꯌꯨꯠ ꯑꯌꯥꯝꯕ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯏꯕꯦꯝꯃꯜꯗ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯄꯗꯁꯨ ꯇꯥꯛꯇꯦ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯌꯦꯇꯤꯞ ꯁꯔꯀꯜꯗꯅ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯇꯥꯛꯈꯤꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯐꯤꯕꯝ ꯑꯃꯅꯤ ꯁꯣꯏꯁꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯇꯥꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯇꯥꯏꯌꯦꯕ ꯅꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯟꯁꯦꯞꯀ ꯅꯣꯂꯦꯖꯀꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯥꯏꯌꯦꯕ ꯈꯪꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯀꯣꯟꯁꯦꯞꯀ ꯅꯣꯂꯦꯖꯀꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯥꯏꯌꯦꯕ ꯁꯤꯗꯤ 3-4 months ꯀꯣ ꯅꯪ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛ ꯄꯥꯕꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯂꯥꯛꯀꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯦ ꯕꯠ ꯄꯩꯈꯥ ꯐꯥꯎꯗꯤ ꯁꯤ ꯅꯠꯇꯦꯕ ꯄꯩꯈꯥ ꯐꯥꯎꯗꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯅꯪꯒꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯋꯥꯂꯤꯇꯤ ꯅꯪꯒꯤ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯟ ꯅꯪꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯕꯤꯂꯤꯇꯤ ꯇꯨ ꯄꯔꯁꯤꯚꯤꯌꯔ ꯄꯔꯐꯣर्म ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯤꯀ꯭ꯌꯨꯠ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗꯨꯅꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯇꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯄꯩꯈꯥ ꯀ꯭ꯋꯥꯂꯤꯐꯥꯏ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯃꯔꯛꯇꯁꯨ ꯐꯅꯌꯥꯝ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯥꯝꯄꯜ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯏꯁꯟ ꯈꯨꯝꯃꯝꯗꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯔꯛꯄ ꯑꯩꯅꯁꯨ ꯎꯔꯦ ꯀꯣ ꯃꯃꯤꯡ ꯄꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯕꯠ ꯅꯣꯏꯅꯁꯨ ꯈꯪꯉꯝꯃꯅꯤ ꯃꯗꯨ ꯈꯪꯕꯤꯌꯣꯕ ꯅꯣꯏꯗ ꯈꯪꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯅꯍꯥꯟꯗꯒꯤ ꯉꯥꯡꯉꯤꯁꯤꯗ ꯃꯤ ꯐꯅꯌꯥꯝꯁꯨ ꯏꯒꯅꯥꯏꯠ ꯇꯧꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯏꯒꯅꯥꯏꯠ ꯇꯧꯗꯕꯁꯤꯡꯁꯨ ꯏꯒꯅꯥꯏꯠ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯅꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯁꯥꯏꯠꯇꯒꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯏꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯁꯥꯏꯠꯇꯒꯤ ꯀꯗꯥꯏꯕꯨꯛ ꯌꯧꯅ ꯀꯣ ꯀꯗꯥꯏꯕꯨꯛ ꯌꯧꯅ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯁꯤꯒꯦ ꯀꯣ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯁꯤꯒꯦ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯁꯤꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯦ ꯑꯣꯜꯋꯦꯁ ꯅꯁꯥꯗ ꯍꯪꯖꯧꯕ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯑꯩꯁ ꯐꯥꯎꯏꯗꯣ ꯀꯣꯆꯤꯡ ꯇꯧꯕꯣꯠꯇꯦ ꯖꯦꯔꯣ ꯀꯣꯆꯤꯡ ꯀꯣ ꯅꯣ ꯀꯣꯆꯤꯡ ꯖꯦꯔꯣ ꯌꯨ ꯑꯥꯔ ꯗꯅꯤ ꯊꯥꯏꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯁꯨ ꯀꯣꯆꯤꯡ ꯇꯧꯗꯦ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯋꯥꯅꯤ ꯆꯍꯤ 1-2ꯒ ꯆꯪꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯁꯨ 4 to 5 monthsꯇ ꯃꯦꯟꯁ ꯂꯥꯜꯂꯤꯅꯦꯕ ꯋꯥꯈ꯭ꯔꯖꯥꯅꯤ ꯁꯤꯗꯀꯣ ꯋꯥꯈ꯭ꯔꯖꯥꯅꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯤꯅ ꯋꯥꯏꯀꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯡꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯦꯀꯣ ꯕꯠ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯦꯕ ꯅꯣꯏꯅ ꯋꯥꯕꯩ ꯃꯇꯤꯛ ꯃꯍꯩ ꯆꯥꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯈꯪꯕꯤꯌꯣꯕꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤꯁꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯌꯦꯁ ꯑꯥꯏ ꯍꯦꯞ ꯁꯤꯟ ꯃꯦꯅꯤ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤቭ ꯔꯦꯁꯄꯣꯟꯁꯦꯁ ꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯁꯨ ꯑꯇꯩꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯍꯧꯒꯠꯄꯤꯔꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯁꯨꯡꯁꯣꯏ ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯄꯥꯛꯀꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯄꯥꯛꯄ ꯀꯥꯟꯗꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯨꯅ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯄꯥꯛꯄꯗ ꯐꯣꯀꯁ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯒꯅꯨ let us focus on the getting a very good score ko now coming back to our body similar Bernoulli equation C say Bernoulli equation is important I won't say very important but is important because sometimes the question looks difficult but सिगुम्बा मागी बर्नोली से हेतो ओरम बाहाय तारे को बर्नोली से कना होइगे हाय कांदा सिगी पोट से सुमाइना उरनी नंगोंदा को linear equation दसु सागतनाबा होनाबा कांदा चोराक अहमददि उदबा but when you apply these things ko सिगी पोट से सुमाइना लापा कांदा v equal to y to the power 1 minus n put toba कांदा याम लाइना तारक पने को अदुना c से लुबा मालगा लाइबनी को लुबा मालगा लाइबनी because अहान में हेक उबा कांदा पैखा की टेंशन न कइने एसीडी अमता थेंगनट्री हाबिगी wakhalonda hay tare phawbani dubu once when you are able to decode that it is just the Bernoulli equation and when you apply this transformation you can get an easier question ko ya ko sa aduna si chu yengbiu aduga si gi matang se si slate tari hangoi these guys they do not come in slate examination aina yam tatna pangiba area ni ko si gi matang se si charak ba Bernoulli umge form da lag bro lag taba mali ko सिगी फॉर्म से पैखादा नेट ता हाइतारे ओडी की मतंग द लूरे हाइबा क्वेश्चन रोम द लाकदोइनी को बट लूबदी मालगा लाइरम दोइनी को आइन हाइनी पोचे questions will come up to be like this no blank chakani you will find that this does not satisfy Bernoulli's equation this does not satisfy your linear OD differential equation ko but this has a shortcut that means if you compare this the cx algorithm ni ko ini x yaram treka auxiliary equation the magi sigumba equation later bakanda the auxiliary equation will take this form whenever you have the auxiliary equation of this form then you can find out the values of m and aduga m gi value se direct sida laka now sida noina confusion leiba khara yaramgani ko sir sumaina y gi di e to the power x habi potama leibane habi gi potama habi toramgani ko asi transformation pan bai ni ko se swaida habi yaudabra ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯗꯅꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯁ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯀꯗꯥꯏꯗꯅꯣꯝ ꯌꯥꯎꯕꯅꯤ ꯁꯤꯃ ꯄꯥꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯒꯤ y equal to x ꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯑꯃ y equal to e to the power x ꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯑꯃ ꯏꯁꯟꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯌꯥꯎꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ. Let me just search. Is it here? तसेंबदी सिमदि अखोई standard की लेजरेदना. This is the standard solution to your differential equation. Now what I'm trying to find is where is that? Where is that? I have it irak yaudi yaubani ko. Sumain to wamma thengnamani noina. Kainoni. You must have seen transformation like this when you put what is that, x equals to e to the power t, so t equals to log x, something like that ko. Madu to bakanda y gi solution saying ngasai gi c1, sorry, e to the power t plus c2 e to the power twice t lebakanda si kanai format lake. This is C1 e to the power t sina x lani, C2 sina x square lani. Smile lakra. Adugi potuni ko tawrise ka. This is what I'm trying to say. You must have come across such transformations, and you must have got solution of y in this form. And then when you put the final values of x, you come out to be this form. So adugi format ni ko lay potse ka. Noi khang masu phanam yarmani aina hari potse ka. Aduna adomda lakpa hitare. Where is that? Where is that? No, 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 no. Wait. Could I check? Okay. So I lemony. Yeah. Aduni ko hai siko. Sida directly I sida e se. And once when you have this type of equation, the auxiliary equation sumana lakani si shohen ganu ko. Kitang shohen mani ko si se. Smilani, once you have this, you will come out to be like this, and then you can find out your values. And of course, this is important only from CSIR perspective. Slate hangba yai, slate hangba say thadi thadi de buka. But if you think you want to know, you just try to memorize this equation and then this characteristic equation. Yeah, because atai di dum chama na nang tajagrani aduga hoi sida suhen be yate ko. Okay, similar si jo happy yung view ko. General theory sima pabiro blindly called dependency madi complete. Please trust me on this. This is very important for SLED as well as net convex combination. Mayam later all these theories are there. Ronskin gima suhen ganu. Si later this is there. This is there. Non-trivial solution. Si theory in important way kasi se. So I jaga se ko. Repeated zero sima yarni linear independence sima yare. Si hyperteng yang view. This is important. What else are important? This is not that important, but amal drama lakadra ko less frequency haitare ko chapa pabdi padabdi ade ko slate ki only important way you can ignore these areas, ignore this areas. This one you don't need to study. I am just writing down the aduga siguma macha macha ini e sing set. Do not miss out on this ko. FOG is 1 1 implies G is 1 1 ka. Siguma macha macha sing hani manungi pot siniko 1 1 noise ko. Do not miss out on this, and the backward implication is not there. Sidi hanagi kinogi matang doi tuni ko aduga oscillatory adu sumana khaga dum yaw ko in notes sing se ko. All these were written, although they may not seem to be related, but they were written down after I have encountered such questions on the test series. Test series the thing questions sing am ta ihogena aphang ban notes am ishan gibani ka adu miss out to begin siguma sing se aduga these types are all these standard solutions. So my smell the koi khanga mate you don't need to study these are not important. I want you to study this ko. I want you to study this sigi matang se hapitang pabyu talagadi padrsu ai ko tanda bakangu pabyu question ama guma lakpi ai ko question ama guma lakpi ai slate amasung net ko swai se maru comparison hai tare ko positive negative ki matang se hapitang aduga si kai shudi lu da bane ko noi hapitang yengu aina comparison tawagi matang doi dini talagadi dum topiu ko kan de ko tension bi ko na tin noi noi wa potu tawsi ko hoji ko ne di ko sigum se dum hangmani odi se theory ki matang se dum hangan bani. They ask a lot of theories on this type of things. I'm talking about net. Slate also some of them some may ask, but not I'm not pretty sure about that. Ka si maru ide si ma characteristic equation sagal ka solve the wom lai particular integral. Yes, you have to know this. Ka particular integral se khangjan ba fai ka shu lu da bari ko si matang sing se all these are there. See if you have confusion here, nuaitaba phajadaba singdudi yengdrasu ai ko kona budi gyan lakani. Right now you don't need to put a lot of pressure on that. Arai rai sigumba singse ko. Sigumba singse this is important ko. So I say kitang keno togon mani ko. Not this one. I'm not talking about this one. So I dam yarong ni. Sign gi sima lere negative taba sima lere. Sina kaino gi natro maximum value kaino se magi kaino tingi ko 8 hairaga 11 da chungre. I'm so sorry. 8 hairaga 11 da chungre ko. So please keep a track of this sheet number. Okay, this is 11, right? This is 11. Adune aina chungre ko. Um, I semdoga tharake ko. I semdo tharake. I'll send you the rectified version. Aina sida e se maram laite e ni ko. It is 1 2 3 sheet number da chat pani ko torise. Adu mai rectify tor tharage. Now hoji ki oina let us continue. See maru oide. They are not important. Completely skip this ka. They are not important. Aina matam see this is also not important. This is also not important. What is important from boundary value problem is what I told you ka. Ngasagi lambda gi value puthok pato ka. Aduga most likely imaginary solutions lakpani ka. Aduna see kashu important oide. Aduga self adjoint hai tadi only real eigenvalue si dum tamakani ka. Kona dum yarakani. So you can skip this. You can skip this also. You can skip this also. Don't study this. Matam yam laubani mahangju hangdam ni ko. You can skip this. Aina matam amda yam kana pazaba hai tare ko. Orthogonal ki function si habit macha macha sing habit yengchan ba yai ko. Kayum kanda out of the blue it comes out to be useful ko. ODE one matangi nate but sometimes turns out to be useful. Variation of parameter you remember this formula only. Si formula se khangbiyo aduga dum yani ni khali ko. Aduga variation of parameters ke sathi se karam kanda apply tawda ke se khangam da ka tai ko. Aduna y1 y2 pb rama ba aduga particular integral puthokna mo hona bada you should apply method of variation of parameters. Ekasa sima completely skip to biro. Do not have to study this. Let us do one thing ha. Power the sing se hapetang keno cross sa sika. Aduna di khra phado male ko. Aina chinda hai se kangu madi pra blind chat pa yang to ni ko. So I'll just mark it like this. Matak tasu tausi. Legenders to aina habit to legenders ki matang se si da se tori se ubra value putting se si maru ide ko. This is not important. This is important ka. This is important. CMU Lipschitz kai oigi Lipschitz oi bakanda kamain to bahabi matang ko pung taruk puta dore. Please bear with me ka pung another PD ki su pung amator su pung khaim tang tor su ka please bear with me thabak leba kangu you can go but yaringai di lebiu ko kanani ko aduga simulaire this is important system of equations hai sumaina phot pagi pot sa pitang yeng biu ko aduna system equation se skip toge have a kangu you are free to skip if you have time go through this question ama disung soi soi dana lakani ama natra ani di ko aruba ma raiba ma natra raiba ma khak lak gi matang da oigani ko aduna sima kitang careful section to wiba boundary value problem du ma skip to wiba yadre ko this is important si line adum hangan mani system of equation gi matang do oiduni ko aduga nang no khoina paroi dabse si gi se kya hangde ko moi se makha gi poche hangba yawe ado slate tari sungang hangdre ko slate tari mathaki pochina hangi se do net ki matang do noine sangga aina whatever I'm marking red mark they are for slate ko hoji phogi oina ko net ki matang se adum noina adum khangani ko aina matam phangadi discussion tawsi ko net ki matang du maru oidabu su phanam yawre adubudi recording se tar kanda hena su dum khangani but hoji phogi oindi aina sidi dum net ki su state ki su maru oidre ko ai double column ge ko ne sumaina differentiate tawba yaba khar toram ge Kera. These double marked are not important for both SLED as well as NET. Now for boundary value, aina haibito please, although I'm marking double marked here, it does not mean that this topic is not important. This topic is important from the question perspective. What is the question perspective? Finding the value of lambda. Okay, this is there. This is quite okay. This is there. This is important. This is important from net perspective, not from SLED perspective. Adubu, if you have time, please go through this. Sima yare, sima kanade. sima kanade ko. This is not important. Khangaba pon ngatani. This is why si yeng yare. Daki yes. Idea dong male ko. I think this should be good for OD. This is yes. Si di ahum ko ning mo ko integral equation ka integral factor ka intaw duna. Kaim kanam ne si. I really hate this topic ka. ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯤ ꯃꯥꯡꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯄꯩꯈꯥꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯁꯨꯡꯂꯥꯛ ꯂꯥꯛꯇꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯁꯥꯎꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯀꯩꯁꯨ ꯏꯝꯄꯣꯔꯇꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯦ ꯕꯠ ꯅꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯒꯦꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯏꯀꯣ ꯍꯣꯃꯣꯖꯤꯅꯁꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯁꯦ okay so that will be all for ODE I think that should be good now let us go to partial derivative partial derivative ki matang sida kaidoge hai kanda yes the definition is there sisu chap mane ODE ki same format ta slate ki perspective the same definition ngatani si important oibini hapitang pabiu aduga red mark aina haibdo red marks ta ibising say at least give it some method give it some reading maram laitana ibini ko aina red ise sima pabiro classification yes all these definitions si pa bidaba yade ko pagadabni sima lare complete integral sima lare general solution si yare kashu kaidi yengadabni si su yengbiro Laplace transformation si direct in slate tagi lauthopani ko changes the independent variable xy into a new set of independent variable aduna sida hapane one so if they do some repetition you can expect question ko but that will happen rarely ko yam kana thok dre ko slate tadi ko this is the heat equation this is the wave equation chimpa pu bigadaba ko just magi first equation din adum yani ko second the two dimensional three dimensional kashu hangdabni wave equation combined heat equation combined to guys hangba ai ko slate ka but solution gi matang su lakani ko we will come to the solution this is the Laplace or the harmonic equation akoi ugre ko complex analysis ta natra in plane polar coordinates mind to we can see si hangba mu amung yaw bani ko Laplace ki in rate iram si hang mak pai ni ko i dise this is the are said to be orthogonal organism now this is important see I e si kai no si am thinking you ko for people like me who are very bad at memorizing things, you write all of these things in one place. Ko aduga ningsang biyo to see the general solution is mind ba complete solution is mind ba integral surface mind ba characteristic curves mind ba see skill ma develop to biyo ba every topic ko know the if you are a person who is not good at memorizing stuff, please write those things. Or even if you are good, but if you get confused a lot, please write them at one place. Aduga revision se tawbiyo ba. Ngante ko aina ngasai gi complex integration da formula mari du khak iraga tawbudo. Adumain tawud na sida stoi ko. This skill is very important. Yai ko sa. Si lo yar doni manung da ko aina sum chorak pa revise tawna one of the e things. These are some I think important results no inum yengo ko si se ko orthogonal when si net tagi lauthom do male ko kadai ti no ai chu kaure net as lela aduga si gi se PD gi matang da important oiba kaino se koi gi kai ko ge ma gi koi du ba PD gi matang da na important topics hai kadra important areas hai kadra ko number 1 da magi se magi definition adu da di hangudi hangan mane yam toini di hangdam ne bako yes quasi linear semi linear adagi linear se classification hang ko yawni ko momok si pabio adagi ani shubada magi general solution puthokpa general solution puthokpa ko ai high grabni in my first class I have talked about questions being asked like this phi x minus y plus z and then xy plus yz plus z square smile like ba kind of option a b c ka p b do these are always going to come ko si sungsoi shoi dan ladam ni slate su net su sungsoi shoi dan ladam ni sim miss out to biganu e ko sa adagi complete integral amu mu hang ba ko complete integral Chapit solution gi matang da ko Chapit's equation gi matang da hai tare ko masi hang ba ai sida kenom ta kholam ge ko I think sida hai ge where is the highlighter so this is important characteristic of not that important orthogonal surface khaga dum hangmani ko but ani sidi sungkoi shoi dan dum hangdo le poni ko atai di it depends on the um it depends on luck as well aduga yam toine su hangande ko ani sidi sungkoi shoi dan pabiro sungkoi shoi dan pabiro then there is number 4 the uh, number 4 the Cauchy equation Cauchy equation hidden this let me confirm there is one equation there uniqueness existence tawbagi matang da uniqueness existence sima general equation dum lere ko sima classification linear semi-linear quasi-linear si potse hanjan bani ko se hanjan ba in the sense hasina aina hana semba this was the first note then I added some definition from the using this let previous year question paper and from the book itself ko and you can see a better definition here a better definition here so do read this now what I'm trying to say is this is the general solution particular solution tawsi kashu ludabni ko characteristic curve yes characteristic curve important oi characteristic curve important oi uh, characteristic kochi problem hai ko makha lere ai bisto column ki characteristic curve yeah so characteristic curve is important sigi aina hai siga manaba khenabra characteristic curve oh maneka so this is important hangba adum yaubani aduga adugane swai se noida nungaitare to ko maru oide ko swai se integrating factor aina habdo this integrating factor is not important ko you can completely skip this gyan tai ko sa if you get a solution from here it's all good if you don't get you're still good ko now this is what I was talking about Cauchy problem you have to find unique solution no solution infinite solution this is very easy ko sigi pot se ado very easy high bi pot se question noina sumaina hotragadi gyan tadamni ko ngawbni ko sim munne yengyu si matam changmani ko sije yam hene changbai wanate but munne yengdragadi yadamni ko because magi pyramid ba keno sida depend toy magi curve haigedra ko sida depend toy ba khamra aduna su tu sida data curve sida pyramid posi yam depend toy ba si soiragadi yamna silly mistake ta landoi ba question decision ko shudra hangdrom ni ko Cauchy problems e now si net su hangani adigi slate su hangani orthogonal curve si hangba yawi yam toina hangde ko asina chora mai kamai puthok digi leire compatible system thoina hangde ko knowledge ko ina kam di kan thoina hangde compatible system se non necessary for every solution seek thoina maru ide complete solutions ma leire chapits aduga chapits special cases do not miss out on these special case there are four special cases and for each of the special cases I have talked about how to find the solution and also I have talked about whether this singular solution exists or not so anise point anise do not miss out on this they are important for the chapit special cases aduga si kata blindly chimha pugno boko just try to think okay so you are given a question where only p and q are there that means you are given a question like this where is that where is that yeah hot pa yaudabra yaudreko kenodo like to itadi yengo I think aduga booklet ta wait please OD ga PD ga se like pa bakanda ne one thing about OD and PD is important thing about OD and PD is they need a lot of practice because they need I won't say a lot amount a huge amount of practice but they need practice ka practice yaudaba sunya yadaba poni ka whatever you study whatever you study you please solve questions on that gyan tai ko se because my yam thina calculative oiba pot ni ko calculative oiba pot ni na aduna nang na pari bu khudim tu question solve torga tawbiu revision su tawgani aduga chu nangi ningseng basu yam hen gani practice tawgati yamna kina tawba pot ni ko se gyan tai ko se okay now coming back sisu lere ko sigi particular solution sorry singular solution exists tawi tawde aduga mana kamaina solve tawgata hai example wise pb ko please look at that Claros equation yam thina live pot ni ka yam thina live pot ni si udragadi yamna pangna solve tawra leidoni ka aduna yam live pot ni si miss out to bigenu khangu sum yam yaramani aduga aduga si kaino yes this is the example of the first type ko type 1 e ko sa aduna minus solve to wahida aduga si pot se you have to be careful about this step ko si poche mun nam dang yem yo ko ai chu banda kuina dum ngawi ko si je asmana kuina dum ngawi si se so please be careful and look at these steps aduga haiba tawriba steps sing se uh, if questions come similarly like this we have to execute in a similar manner ko discriminant is equated to zero kind tawriba sing se aduna si mun nam dang yem yo sina ina roughly question igibani ko now see the easiest khwaidagi easiest topic amasung khwaidagi question hangan ba topic ko even 4.75 marks ta hangba yawi near CSIR na ta questions come for 4.75 marks from this topic ko second order partial differential equation ko linear oibra semi no not this one not this one sida ko hyperbolic oibra parabolic oibra elliptic oibra haise ko you just have to check whether a given equation is hyperbolic that means does it satisfy this or does it satisfy this eko sa si check to budang do lorem ni ko thabak se aduga yamna su laiba marks su dum hangan ba pot oiduni sida lalan biginu ko lalan biginu aduga si some extra information khara lere two real family lucas kind khara lere ko aduga characteristic curve kamai puthokadagi habi potse munne ko characteristic curve hariga amaduna first order partial differential equation ko sina second order partial differential equation ko ani si khane ko characteristic curve for the for finding the first order partial differential equation is different from that of the second order ka second order gris mai puthok pi daba ko se okay similar aduga see important oide you can completely skip this one this is not important questions never come on this so this is your cross marked now coming back canonical gi matang se atai kaim yeng da sune no interest le gidi yeng biyo ko aduga sigum bada haitare ko you rely on the hyperbolic oita gidi sigi format se lei bigdo ne ba because if it is hyperbolic it is going to take in this form if it is elliptic it is going to take in this form if it is parabolic it is going to take in this form so you just have to memorize this ka hyperbolic oigana karim kanda kama form like doriba parabolic oigana kama form like maraki calculations yeng da su yai ko they are not important yaka aduma yeng biro higher order homogeneous linear partial differential with constant coefficient this is not important this is not important this is not important okay now particular integral this is important ko si dum hangdro poni especially ngasai gi aina sida yaw se si karamana which one is this zero tab se ko zero tab se yaw bani ko se zero tab se khap problematic oi bidi ko si formula se dona please do practice on this in fact practice on all of them aini sida yaw ba particular integral puto pois loine mok practice to biu ka shu lu da bani sida zo ama pd ko sida zo ama pd ko si yang biu they are important sina x to the power n y to the power n gi matang do oi joni ko ayamba kanda ngasagi zero tabage si matang da hangmani and another one is also asked on this form ko ayamba kanda ani si these two are the ones where the questions usually come this is not important wait just give me a moment mm, they don't ask questions usually on this but for your knowledge you can study them this is just a similar extension of what we did in case of that zero tabakana kamain toge have the extension or kadoi ni kusa sima important oidre you can ignore this you can ignore this is also not important now such questions are important question you always think the miss out of begun question they are important this is also important look at the question important from net perspective ka no nestle ki padre su ya bri ai ka pa chorak pa hot pa ki pot se darkar tarak pani ka no ne matam le dim yeng biu talagadi dum tok piu ka if you feel scared please do not do that ka uh, these are some calculations important now such equations ka heat equation gi kamain to ba adagi wave equation kamain to ba no ne dog de thabuk se please memorize this form magi form se kamain to gi tum yeng biro ka aduga heta chena bani ko se ut equal to c square u x x haib siga wave equation gi yar kani sida ka chakra u double t ni ko ani se ta confusion heta lai bani ko aduga c ki value se horen puthopam darkar tarakani ka solution ki matang se they don't usually ask the sled people they don't usually ask how to solve the heat or the wave equation they ask the formula directly ka it will be a good investment to memorize the formulas lan han biganu matam changmani formula se phaba kanda do not underestimate the thing so give time and try to memorize the formulas they ask formulas directly and if you memorize the formulas now, you will find it easier in your June attempt ko, because net ta hangdorobani ko sisa net ta di calculation bo hangani ko. SLED people only ask the directly the formulas. Aduga net people they ask the calculation using the formulas. Now this is very important. Si yamna live poni aduga su yamna su hangning ma poni ko. Net as well as SLED the Alembert solution. Yamna su live poni ko set. Do not miss out on this. See matang you can try, you can 50-50 ko. If you want, you go ahead. If you don't want, you can skip this. But they are termed as difficult. They are termed as difficult from difficult in the sense ko calculation hopagi formula si khaki wa khatani ko sa khangi tar diam lairak pa hitar aduna cda noi de thamge cd am toina maru oidi ko I see cross the loge, so that people don't waste time here. Lore okay aduna sai bok cd dum wars one adum yeng ma kashu kai di ko nang na if you don't want to study this you can skip this, but net tadi hangan bani ko sigi matang se dum hang ba yaw bani hang ba yaw bani aduga cd sung soi shoidana pabiro hai. Whatever you do, if you don't want to study any other topic from the heat equation, wave equation, please do study this. This is going to come. Yan tay ko sa 95% chance is going to come. Si hang ta ta ngadi swai is the hang apagi chance so lay ka. So adumaina tausi si se pabagi styles in habit tai si ko aduna aduga aina haining is I wanted to say something. See, I will give my 100% best in complex analysis, then linear algebra and real analysis. And when you talk about OD and PD, Sida Charakpa, we have done some brief how to study thing. But I am trying to put, I'm trying to discuss more questions of OD and PD in the coming lectures. But if time does not permit, because we have seen in the case of complex analysis, we did complete it in approximately around 20 classes or 21 classes, right? And linear algebra the yengsi. If I take more than 1.5 months, I am giving myself 1.5 months, slightly lesser than that also for linear algebra and real analysis separately. So if I take more than that, I don't think I'll be able to do ODPD for the June attempt. I saying until unless extra classes nungtin the low banatana ko. Aduna hauzik leriba speed sida happy yengase duga farak tarak taragadi we might have to go for extra classes. Du noi ngamoi hai taragadi keno da tau taba adudi ngasai noi na pazataba ko. Aduna extra classes low bagi matang da soi lakato mali let us find out ko. Let us find out together after 1 month or slightly more ko. Aduna how's the advantage lakato si kanano have ganch the those are preparing sled ko. They are going to be slightly at the advantage because they will be studying this my notes OD and PD sled pad hadaba kangu di paro ai chu khangi ko. But ngasai ai haining is padraga su noina kari important oi de tu mind fit tawraga thamgi taragati hayeng parakpa kanda ko aduga recording should ta hori se. Please, if time does not permit, you might have to go watch the recording again and then this thing navigate yourself throughout the important and the not important ones. Aduga noina question holapa kan su nungai done ko adu kan take ko haning se aduna slate haba kangu gidi moidi hana pagimnina slate ki damakta pagimna kitang advantage hai tare ko friendly oi bahai tare ko familiar oi bahai tare ko topic sing si ko adom da khar lakpe aduna ta di it does not net di expert natra di mang phangan de ko slate di chorak pa basic khar khanga ga manage to ya bani net di expert natra di mang phangde aduna adu khatani khenar ka doise. But still chorak pa noi hoji phoki na doubt leba yauri bro sina ODPD gi budi haide ko kari pani amasung paroi hangning ba kai yauri ge pubusi ke hangning ba yauri ge si matang sida
Sir, yarni dum.
yani ka okay. So adumaina habit aina OD gi ngasai pages soibado ai toroke. Let me ani thong share toroke amana aina red mark to kibasing to tharage hojik hek loi baga ko aduga amana ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯁꯦꯔꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯁꯣꯏꯕꯗꯨꯃ ꯆꯨꯝꯊꯣꯛꯑꯒ ꯊꯥꯔꯛꯀꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯣꯗꯤ ꯈꯛ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯧ ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯈꯤꯕꯗꯨ for those people whom I have told to give tests please do share some share your scores with me ꯑꯩ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄꯗ disclose ꯇꯧꯔꯣꯏ ꯑꯩꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯈꯛꯇ ꯊꯥꯕꯤꯔꯛꯎ ꯁꯥꯔ ꯁꯤ ꯑꯁꯨꯛ ꯐꯪꯉꯦꯀꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠꯇꯨꯃꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ silly mistakes ꯆꯨꯝꯊꯣꯛꯑꯝꯒꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯅꯁꯨ ꯊꯥꯖꯩ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯆꯨꯝꯊꯣꯛꯑꯝꯗꯧꯒꯁꯨ ꯆꯨꯝꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯅꯕ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯄꯩꯈꯥ ꯐꯥꯎꯕ ꯐꯥꯎꯗꯕꯁꯤ silly mistakes ꯂꯩꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯕꯗꯀꯣ so with that I will wind up today's session I'll see you tomorrow I'll meet you tomorrow in the morning same time 6:30 a.m. ko so thank you all
Thank you, sir.